Never again.
Oh, I thought you said 8 students entered this competition.
Whoever's on backup one.
Everyone be quiet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, try. There you go.
Alright, so
Hello, Pally,
Today is Wednesday, May 8th, 2019.
and Infocus starts right now. Some updates on yearbook distribution,
Information on the recent Colorado school shooting.
and a look into a local amusement park with today's installment of Today in History.
All that and more is coming up on today's show.
Welcome to Infocus. I'm Eddie Drucker.
And I'm Anushka Sharma.
There's a lot going on around campus.
Here's some important announcements from today's campus bulletin.
Looking for summer volunteer opportunities? Come to the Tower Building to check out the Community Service Bulletin Board outside the CCC office. For more questions, contact Kay Larson at pusd.org. AP testing continues until May 18th. The schedule for the rest of the week is up on screen. The Community Alliance for Identity Expression is hosting the 5th Annual Pride Dance this Friday. It will take place in Arriaga Dining Hall at Castellea from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Snacks and drinks will be provided, and it is completely free to attend.
Pre-sale of the 100th volume of Pally's yearbook, Medrono, will end on Friday, May 17th at noon. If you have not yet ordered one, you must do so before that time to guarantee a book. You can go to the Pally web store or see Miss Giffen in the Tower Building to order in person. Yearbooks cost $90 by cash, check, or by credit or debit card. Additional copies available for sale when they are released during the week of May 20th, but all sales at that point will need to be made through Miss Giffen before picking up a yearbook. If you aren't sure if you already ordered one, Miss Giffen can check the current list for you.
Moving on now from what's going on around campus to what's happening in the world and locally today.
Let's take a look at what's topping today's headlines in today's News Minute.
8 students were injured in a school shooting at STEM School Highlands Ranch on Tuesday morning. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office says 2 suspects are in custody and are students at the school. One suspect is believed to be an adult male and one is believed to be a juvenile. Several of the injured students are in critical condition. Officials are investigating the suspect's home and a car that was parked in the school parking lot. The school has close to 2,000 students from kindergarten through 12th grade.
A 37-year-old murder case in Nevada has been solved, thanks to DNA science. In 1982, a woman was found dead in an area known as Sheep's Flat near Lake Tahoe. Investigators could not identify her, so she became known as Sheep's Flat Jane Doe. Fast forward to early 2018 when detectives reached out to a group called DNA Doe Project. It looked into evidence from the scene, which eventually identified the woman as Mary Silvani from Pontiac, Michigan. DNA science also led to the suspect James Richard Curry. He died in jail in 1983 after confessing to 3 other murders in California. A representative from DNA Doe Project says some important information about Silvani is not yet answered.
And for those of you who tuned in to last night's episode of Jeopardy, you may have noticed a familiar face. Pally teacher Trevor Crowell competed in the game show last night and made a huge comeback midway. In the second round of the game, he showed off his knowledge about Central America and raised his earnings to $11,200. Although he answered one question incorrectly, his $100 wager left him with $15,500, enough to help his advance to next week's semifinals and a step closer to winning $100,000. Well, with summer break nearly 3 weeks away, many of us are getting ready to go out and enjoy activities such as amusement and theme parks.
That's right, Maddie, and many of these parks are local to California and have some very important history attached to them.
Yep, and Noor Naved, our very own resident historian, has been learning more.
What do you have for us today, Noor?
Well, guys, I have some history on, while I don't really like roller coasters that much, I do have some history on Six Flags. Today, in 1976, the New Revolution, which was the first steel roller coaster with a vertical loop, opened at Six Flags Magic Mountain, here in California. The coaster was named after the American Revolution in celebration of the country's bicentennial. Unlike many of the previous looping roller coasters in the 19th and early 20th century, which attempted circular loops, Revolution's success was dependent on a clothoid-shaped vertical loop, a first in the industry. Now, I'm sure that is definitely a spot that many Pali students will check out while they're on break. That's all from me. Back to you, Maddie and Anushka.
Thanks, Nora. This week is Teacher Appreciation Week.
And Infocus's very own Stella Essenmacher went out to see what kind of impact teachers have on the community.
To many students, teachers have been some of the most influential people because their hard work has a lasting impact.
Go, Noor! Putting a little banter in there.
Careers, and they've all helped us become the person that we are today.
Although students appreciate their teachers, they often don't express their appreciation. This may be due to fear of seeming like they are doing it for the grade or assuming that someone else has already told them. However, this is not the case.
Teachers sacrifice a big chunk of their lives to be able, so we can be educated. And I feel like we need to appreciate the huge effort it takes on their part.
Students complain a lot about the homework they get, but they often forget that their teachers have a lot of work too.
My grandmother's a teacher, and I've seen like all the work she does. Like she stays up late grading assignments and things like that, creating lesson plans.
Along with being hardworking, students appreciate when teachers make an effort to connect with them on a personal level.
I think a good teacher is someone who cares about you and is willing to push you far, and is someone who will help you not just in school but also like in your life, and is someone you can feel comfortable around and go to if you have any problems.
Although becoming a well-liked teacher can be hard sometimes, students really appreciate when there is an exciting learning environment.
I like teachers when they're funny and flexible and they want to get to know you as a person rather than just a student.
To show appreciation for teachers who have made a positive impact this year, students should visit tinyurl.com/staffthanks19 or Schoology. Submissions will close Thursday, May 9th. For Infocus, I'm Stella Essenmacher.
Thanks for that great story, Stella.
As the year comes to a close, there are fewer teams competing.
However, we still have some highlights to report. Max Bonstetter is in the studio now with the latest in Pali sports news.
Thayer, I heard yesterday was a huge win for varsity baseball.
It sure was, Anushka. Varsity baseball won their home SCVAL playoff game against Mountain View 11-1. A few Pali teams are away today. Boys varsity golf is away at Monterey. Girls varsity softball is away at Saratoga High School at 4. Finally, boys varsity lacrosse is away at Menlo at 7. That's all for me. Back over to you.
Anushka, I don't know about you, but I've been loving the weather this week.
Yeah, Maddie, it was pretty windy on Monday, but other than that, I've been enjoying it too.
Well, hopefully the weather stays pleasant. Our meteorologist, Ingrid Pychow, is in the studio now with today's weather report.
Ingrid, what can we expect out there today?
Well, it's going to be pretty sunny this week in general. Right now in Palo, 71 degrees Fahrenheit. The average today is going to be 73 and the low is going to be 53. for tomorrow and Friday, you can see that the highs are going to be 71 and lows are going to be 54 exactly. But we're going to expect some clouds during Friday. It's going to be sunny for most of the week. Like I said, the highs are going to be on the low 70s and the lows are going to be on the mid 50s. Now looking at our weather map, you can see that San Francisco and Oakland, the highs are actually kind of low. In San Francisco, it's going to be 64 and in Oakland, it's going to be 66. While in Palo Alto and San Jose, it's going to be a little bit warmer. It's going to be 73 for the highs and the lows are going to be on the low 50s. That's all from me. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Ingrid. Well, that does it for today's episode.
Be sure to visit our website to check out old episodes, check the bulletin, or just send us an email.
Until next time, have a great day, Pally.